what's in store for Superman, Man of Tomorrow? James Gunn recently announced on all of his social media that Superman is coming in July 2027, the sequel to Superman. I would say it's probably more of a follow-up to everything in the DCU, but
69.
James Gunn spoke with Howard Stern, a show that's still on.
Yeah, but they still have not made an announcement either way.
About Howard Stern. Let's go on X. Here's a 1-minute clip of James Gunn talking about it. Stern is famous for being a comic book superhero fan. Let's hear what they have to say. I'm going to turn this up here all the way. Here we go. Ready?
Who's going to be the next villain in the next Superman movie?
We released the fact that we're coming out with Man of Tomorrow. It's going to be out in 2 years in theaters in July 9th, 2027, which is relatively a short time between sequels because we knew immediately where we were going. And it is a story about Lex Luthor and Superman having to work together to a certain degree against a much, much bigger threat. And it's more complicated than that. It's as much a Lex movie as it is a Superman movie. I relate to the character of Lex Luthor, sadly.
I do relate to Lex Luthor in the sense that I would be so jealous if there was in reality a Superman. He's God.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants.
That's the center of Lex for me. 3 years ago, before Superman came along, he was considered the greatest guy in the world, even with other metahumans and superheroes in the world. And then in one fell swoop, this guy comes in wearing a silly costume with dimples and a charming smile and a great chin, and he's forgotten.
You are so fucking right. Lex does represent all of us. Imagine some dickwad is getting everywhere. He's getting all the girls. He can fly. And I'd be like, why the fuck does he have that and I don't? I couldn't be happy for him.
Well, all right. So
who knew Don Imus was Superman?
Right from James Gunn. It's going to be a team-up movie, and you could tell that from the graphics that were used to promote Superman, Man of Tomorrow. So it's a team-up film between Lex and Superman. I mean, and I will predict there'll be about 20 other characters in this movie. We're going to see it. So
I'm hopeful. Come on. It's it's an interesting thing. I'll say that James Gunn is not taking Superman down the path I thought he would. Well, he still isn't. And I'm okay with that.
I'll say this, up until Superman opened and Peacemaker came out, I really was a defender of James Gunn. After Peacemaker, I have my doubts, but we shall see. I'll say, I'll say that I feel like I already know what it is. It's going to be Lex in a suit that, suit that Superman fought in Gunn's Superman. And I'll say that there are gun bros. I see them in our comments now for our videos. There are people that are really mad we're not 100% on board. So I didn't realize there was.
Yeah.
But there are people that will defend him. Look, I like what Zack Snyder was going for. I like his more serious take. Didn't love everything, but I kind of prefer that to jokey kind of Marvel, which is what I feel Gunn's doing.
Yeah, I watched the podcast, the Peacemaker podcast with James Gunn.
And
it's interesting. So this is the second episode of the podcast about the second episode of season 2. And what his wife said was Peacemaker is the most James Gunn thing James Gunn has ever made. That's what she says. The other thing is he is, I think he's fed up with the whole canon discussion, like what's canon, what's not, because all he talks about during the podcast are little things that he says, well, that's canon, that's not canon, that's canon. I think he's pretty much doing it as a joke. But yeah, it's it's just the weirdest thing. It's like I want to be 100% behind James Gunn. I am pro James Gunn at the moment, but I can totally see what people are saying, and he's like walking this tightrope, and all he has to do is make one misstep, and it's over. It's all
right.
over.
Right. Speaking of Gunn, guess what?
What?
The Joker is confirmed to exist in the James Gunn's DC universe. Is today the Joker's birthday? Am I wrong about that? Chat, correct me.
Yeah,
I love
let me
chat.
check.
But here's a story from Screen Rant. I believe you have notes, Alan.
Yes.
Joker teased in James Gunn's R-rated Batman movie set photos. Teased the Joker's origin in Gunn's DCU. What? By Philippe Rangel from Screen Rant. Alan, give it to me.
Okay. So here we go. The new DC universe is laying the groundwork for Gotham City's future, and the Joker's shadow is already looming large. Batman's first DC movie, The Brave and the Bold, will introduce Bruce Wayne's son Damian in his live-action debut, while bringing the Bat family to the forefront. James Gunn's vision is clear. He wants the DCU slate of projects to develop Gotham City in exciting ways, with multiple heroes and villains shaping its identity. Some villains are already confirmed. Clayface is getting his own movie. Peacemaker Season 2 introduced White Rabbit as a potential anti-hero. And Creature Commando featured Dr. Phosphorus, who Batman himself stopped. But set photos from Clayface have sparked the biggest buzz yet. Graffiti reading, "The Jokers" has been spotted, hinting that the DCU has a version or possibly multiple versions of the Clown Prince of Crime. The Jokers could refer to a gang inspired by the villain as seen in past comics and adaptations, or to the Three Jokers storyline from DC Comics, which introduced multiple incarnations of Batman's arch nemesis. Either approach would give the DC Joker a fresh twist after years of live-action portrayals. The Clayface set also reveals Gotham's location, like Wayne Manor, Arkham Asylum, and most notably, Ace Chemicals.
Oh, I like that.
The site where the Joker famously fell into a vat of acid, leading to his white skin and descent into madness. With the Bat family and possibly Jason Todd confirmed in The Brave and the Bold, the article suggests the DCU could be the classic storyline where the Joker begins as the Red Hood criminal before the tragic transformation.
Well, I, for one, am excited. Different incarnations of the Joker. Of course, we have Cesar Romero, which was awesome.
The best Joker. Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Second best Joker.
Heath Ledger was, to me, Heath Ledger is the GOAT. I mean, Jared Leto.
Over Cesar Romero?
Yeah. Jared Leto, probably the worst. But no, I like to see, everyone has interpreted it slightly differently. So I'd like to see, might be fun, but I don't know how you're never going to top Heath Ledger. I'm sorry, not going to happen.